Looks like there's another one here from James. He says, do you see the Amazon Synod deconstructing the faith of some to go Orthodox or Protestant? Yeah, I think that pretty much all these scandals are going to be doing that, and I could definitely see this one doing that. What do you think?
Yeah, and I've already spoken about the exodus that's occurring, and it's going to be even bigger to the Eastern Orthodox Church, because the Eastern Orthodox Church has a solid face for apostolic tradition. It's what you see is what you get. There's not a lot of these. Oh, I was studying the great medievals and Saint Bonaventure and Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, but then I went to the local mass and I was it's just
right.
terrified of what I saw.
Right.
When you study Orthodoxy, there's a lot of matching with what you read and what you see. In the Orthodox Church, you have a solid spiritual tradition. So there's a lot of reasons, there's a lot of pulls into the Orthodox Church. And Protestant as well. Protestantism has many aspects which a lot of high churchmen, when sometimes they just experience so much apathy in the high church environment, and it's not until they see these like free-flowing evangelical charismatic type people where it's like there's not a care in the world in them. They're just joyful people, they're righteous people, they care about me, they want me to come over their house, they've got dinner, you know what I mean? There's a lot of pulls, and not everybody's looking for an intellectual resolution anymore.
Right.
A lot of people have seen that the compass here is not just intellectual, because me personally, the best intellectual compass I can deduce from history, from the scriptures, from reason, is the Roman Catholic Church. But it's very uncomfortable. It's a fight to be here.
Sure.
And so a lot of people can't cope with that.
Yeah.
They don't think that that's part of the package, that's something that Christ would have us forbear with. So now the intellectual stuff is kind of put off, and now it's more, where am I going to get sanctified? Where am I going to actually start praying? And some people do that in a Baptist church, and then, that becomes the place of their commitment. So, yeah, and I really don't put a lot of blame on the people who are leaving.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, their marriages are being healed outside the Catholic Church. Here I am. I'm sounding like a Morris Letizia here. But,
right.
There's just a conundrum right now in the Catholic Church, and it's really not. It's not for the weary heart. It's not for people who, they came into Christianity with certain things. If I'm going to buy a Corvette, if I'm going to buy a V8 engine, if I'm going to get leather interior, if I'm going to get this, and that, and the third, then I expect these things to be here. I expect the car to run smooth. I expect the car to have pep. I expect a good throttle body, all this stuff. And we advertise a great deal in Catholicism. Come to the ancient church. Come to the Church of the Fathers. Come to where we have unity. Come to the hierarchy of the papacy. Come to the Mass. Come to the place of the sacraments. We make a big advertisement, but what we don't often do is we don't often tell people that, well, yes, these are all here, but there's also a sense in which it's going to require a lot of forbearance with some of the failures that have happened in the past. What I can tell them is that if you go Orthodox, any of the listeners who are tempted to go Orthodox, I can't tell you go Orthodox, but go ahead, go to the Orthodox Church, see what it does. Keep your thinking cap on, ask questions, and see how it is. What I've seen in the past, not only in my life but in others, is there's some understanding that comes with time. Like, well, this isn't exactly what I thought. It's not exactly the the green grass that I was seeing when I was on the side of the Catholic Church, or even Protestantism. If you have to go to a Protestant church one morning, go ahead. I can't tell you to go. I can't tell you to do that. What I'm saying is, if you're going to go, like if my 18, 19-year-old son, which he's not 18 yet, but if he was to say, I'm going to go out and I'm just going to blow my money on all this and I'm going to just live my life the way I want to do, I can't tell him do that. But at the same time, I can tell him, all right, go ahead, see what happens.
Right.
And in the case that I'm wrong, maybe you can fetch the reason to help me.
Sure. Right.
So yeah, that's my perspective on that.